With your three-point stance on Kansas Jayhawk football, I'm Brian Haney. Time to preview Week 2 and the Ohio Bobcats. I think the magic number is 7 when it comes to Ohio football. 7 starters back offensively, 7 also back on the defensive side of the ball. They've been bowl eligible for now 7 consecutive seasons, and if you ask Coach Beatty about what concerns him the most, it's the front 7 of the Ohio defense.
You know, talented football team. They've returned a lot of really good players up front. Their front is going to be a challenge. Their front and their linebackers have quite a bit of experience. Their front is nasty. They got some guys that can play up there. They don't have as much experience in the back end. I know they gave up quite a few passes last week, a few explosives, and I know Coach wasn't very happy about that. But there's some young players back there, and I know that they're going to get better. A lot of guys make their best jump between Week 1 and Week 2, and that's all of us throughout the country. So just knowing Coach Solich and what a great coach he is, those guys, we better be ready to go because they definitely won't make the same mistakes that they made last week. But their front is talented.
While we're talking about defensive studs up front, it was the KU defensive line that played a huge role in limiting the Rams of Rhode Island to just 219 total yards of offense, and the D-line that impressed the defensive coordinator, Clint Bowen, the most.
We're getting guys like Dorrance and Rosser in the mix that can stand up, and I think you probably saw them standing up in that game some, and then allowing Mosby to come in and he's put himself in a position where we can get a little bit more athletic across the D line in there if we need to play a little bit smaller at times. So we played around with that package a little bit. We'll see where it goes from here.
For our final point on the three-point stance, let's talk about the Kansas offense. On Saturday, for the first time in KU football history, 3 different quarterbacks threw a touchdown pass in the same game. But what's it like from a receiver's perspective when 4 different QBs play and catching a ball from 4 different quarterbacks? Here's Bobby Hartzog.
We really don't worry about who's really, back there at quarterback. We just focus on, our job and what we have to do. No matter who's back there, it could be, Montel, Ryan, Carter, any of them really. But we just really focus on, doing our job, make sure we get open. And
catch Bobby Hartzog and the rest of the Jayhawks this Saturday at 1:30 when they battle Ohio at KU's Memorial Stadium. With your three-point stance on Kansas Jayhawk football, I'm Brian Haney.